Monster Sanctuary is a hidden gem that blends the thrill of monster collecting with the strategy of turn-based combat and Metroidvania exploration. The pixel art is charming, and the soundtrack sets a perfect mood for adventure. Each monster brings unique skills, making party customization surprisingly deep. Battles require smart planning, not just brute force, adding a satisfying layer of challenge. Exploration feels rewarding, with secrets tucked into every corner. It's a compelling mix of nostalgia and innovation, offering hours of engaging, creature-filled fun. Crown Trick is an animated roguelike RPG adventure featuring turn-based combat and interactive skill item strategy. Players navigate a moving maze, mastering ingredients to combat foes and unearth mysteries. The game employs a randomly generated maze, enabling players to choose how to assault foes tactically. The game includes a procedurally generated maze, dungeons, weapons, relics, objects, and challenges. Players may choose their own battle style, defeat 100 enemies, face off against formidable bosses, and complete 60 puzzling tasks. The game takes place in Tasos, a previously tranquil region where ancient seals that kept the Titans at bay have been weakened and their minions have unleashed horror. The goddesses have enlisted the help of a band of heroes to save the people from a horrific fate. Players can complete their task either alone or with up to 3 buddies. The game includes a 4-play roguelite adventure with hand-designed layouts, traps, riddles, and monsters for each run. Players can also remodel their town for enhancements, investing their loot on new inventory structures. Worms W.M.D. is an exciting game that has gorgeous 2D visuals, cars, structures, crafting, and traditional Worms physics. Players may enjoy campaign tasks, a variety of levels, and significant personalization options. Buildings offer tactical protection to Worms, while crafting crates let players to construct enhanced equipment such as the electric sheep, bazooka pie, and holy mine grenade. The game also includes over 80 weapons and tools. Players can also find other gun kinds to deal more damage. Narita Boy glows with retro-futuristic style, soaked in neon pixels and synth-heavy nostalgia. The 80-second-inspired aesthetic is more than skin-deep, supported by satisfying swordplay and a synthwave soundtrack that pulses with mood. Every area feels handcrafted, soaked in digital mysticism and strange techno lore. The narrative feels mythical yet personal, paired with atmospheric design that keeps curiosity high. Combat remains engaging, while the world's visual identity and soundtrack make the journey feel like a digital dreamscape. Going Under turns the world of unpaid internships into a chaotic, satirical dungeon crawler with sharp humor and eye-catching visuals. Combat feels scrappy in a good way. Using office junk as improvised weapons keeps things fresh. The writing hits hard with clever jabs at startup culture, making each run more than just button mashing. It's stylish, smart, and not afraid to be weird. The art pops with color, and the soundtrack keeps energy high while smashing through failed tech dreams. Definitely worth exploring. Super Magbot is a refreshing precision platformer where every move counts. Instead of jumping, magnetic powers push and pull through cleverly designed levels that demand both skill and focus. The pixel art pops with retro flair, while the soundtrack fuels momentum in just the right way. Mastering the magnet mechanics feels satisfying, especially when nailing a tough section after countless retries. It's a challenging game that rewards patience and smart thinking without ever feeling unfair or overwhelming.
Embark on a new kind of adventure.
Yoku's Island Express is a vibrant, breezy adventure that turns classic pinball mechanics into something refreshingly fun. The world feels alive with lush environments, clever puzzles, and a joyful sense of movement. The mix of platforming and pinball is handled with care, making exploration light and satisfying. Characters are expressive, and the hand-painted art makes each area worth lingering in. Music adds a warm tone that complements the game's easygoing pace. It's hard not to smile while rolling through this tropical journey.
By the storms, the evil, and more.
The Serpent Rogue gives a captivating blend of alchemy and exploration that truly enchants. Its atmospheric world feels rich and alive, encouraging players to experiment with potions and craft unique strategies. The art style is beautifully haunting, perfectly matching the game's mysterious tone. Challenging yet rewarding gameplay keeps engagement high, making every discovery feel significant. This title presents a fresh take on roguelike mechanics with deep customization and immersive storytelling, making it a standout experience that provides hours of intriguing adventure and strategic depth.
Oh, the balance. Don't let evil.
The Escapists Complete Edition is a clever and addictive prison break sandbox that rewards patience, planning, and creativity. Each facility is a unique puzzle, challenging players to observe routines, gather tools, and engineer the perfect escape. The pixel art style and upbeat soundtrack give it a light tone, even when under pressure. With multiple prisons and ways to break free, there's plenty of replay value. Smart design, satisfying freedom, and a sense of progress make this a standout for those who love strategy and experimentation.
You are the ultimate warrior of your kin.
Aragami 2 sets a stealthy tone with its shadow-based gameplay and smooth movement mechanics. The art style has a unique atmosphere that matches the silent tension of each mission. Co-op mode makes sneaking around with a friend satisfying and strategic. Enemies react smartly, and powers give just enough edge without feeling overpowered. The level design encourages creative approaches without feeling forced. What makes this game worth playing is how it stays focused on quiet tension and choice, without rushing or overwhelming.
He was a serial killer back in the 50s. Went around in a...
Killer Frequency delivers a wildly entertaining blend of retro horror and radio drama, wrapped in clever humor and genuine suspense. The voice acting is top-notch, pulling players deep into the eerie world of 1980s Gallows Creek. Every caller, every choice, there's real tension in the airwaves. Puzzle solving feels smart and satisfying, never slowing the momentum. Visually, it nails the neon noir aesthetic with style to spare. It's a unique thrill ride, balancing laughs and chills in perfect harmony.
Out of time, just do something. Where do I go?
The Night Witch surrounds its bullet hell chaos with a strong sense of purpose and world building. Every spell cast and enemy dodged feels meaningful inside its lush, hand-drawn environments. Combat rewards smart movement and timing, while the deck-building spell system adds just the right layer of strategy. Dialogues are sharp, and the emotional weight behind the story carries through with sincerity. There's care in each design choice, making every moment feel connected and worthwhile in this magical, war-torn world. Anomaly Agent is a stylish, fast-paced action platformer that exudes individuality. The gameplay is tight and responsive, with a fascinating combination of hand-to-hand battle and clever gadgets. Its pixel art graphics are colorful and clear, well-suited to the cyber-noir setting. The narrative is unusual and entertaining, with lots of charm and comedy throughout. Each level is well-crafted, keeping the energy flowing without becoming repetitive. It's a short but delightful journey that provides uninterrupted amusement with a particular flavor all its own. Tiny Thor is a 16-bit platformer game that follows the Norse hero Mjolnir through difficult stages full of obstacles. The game starts off as a simple platformer, but it rapidly evolves as players earn new skills. The platforming is interspersed by thrilling boss confrontations, each with its own set of rules. To unlock challenge levels, players must master ricocheting hammer throws, acquire unique skills, traverse over 30 original levels spread over 3 separate realms. Kudzu is a delightful surprise that blends retro charm with modern polish. The pixel art is vibrant, and the soundtrack perfectly captures a sense of adventure. Its puzzle mechanics are clever, gradually increasing in difficulty without ever feeling unfair. Characters are quirky and memorable, adding personality to every interaction. The game's pacing keeps exploration rewarding, with secrets tucked into just the right places. There's a real heart behind Kudzu, making each moment feel crafted with care. It's an endearing experience that's hard to put down. Morbid the Seven Acolytes surrounds every moment with dread and atmosphere, pushing players through twisted towns and grotesque monsters with weighty combat and punishing encounters. Its stamina-based action rewards patience and planning, while the world design encourages careful exploration. The eerie soundtrack and grotesque enemy designs make each encounter feel tense and personal. With deep lore tucked into notes and visuals, there's always something unsettling around the next corner. A grim, rewarding journey for those craving dark action. Batora Lost Haven is a choice-driven RPG experience with a distinct duality system that influences battle, plot, conversation, puzzles, and endings. Players must travel diverse alien planets and uncover a cosmos with hazy morality and razor-thin distinctions between right and bad. After losing her family, Avril must travel across the globe to learn ancient truths and make life-changing decisions. The game has a multi-layered battle system that requires players to use the twin powers of the sun and moon, and select their route with several endings. Timelie is a beautifully crafted puzzle game that turns time manipulation into an art form. Guiding a girl and her cat through a silent, surreal world feels both tense and poetic. The ability to scrub time forward and back like a video timeline adds a unique twist to problem solving. This mechanic makes every puzzle feel rewarding. Its minimalist visuals and haunting soundtrack create a calm, mysterious atmosphere that pulls everything together. There's a quiet brilliance here, subtle, clever, and emotionally resonant in ways few puzzle games manage. Footgun Underground takes the roguelike idea and adds a strange twist. Your sole weapon is a high-tech ball. Precision and strategy are essential as you ricochet off walls, smashing adversaries in chaotic yet exhilarating battle. The pixel imagery is attractive, and the upgrading system keeps things interesting with novel synergies. Despite the steep learning curve, mastering ball control is gratifying. Some may find the task aggravating, but roguelike lovers will value its uniqueness and depth. A hidden gem for those who want something different.
Sorrow, I pass this duty on to you.
The Lightbringer is a poetry adventure platformer game set in a world riddled by evil depravity. The protagonist, led by their sister's ghost, must cleanse the taint and become the Lightbringer. The corruption is aimed at ancient monoliths, which serve as sources of power and illumination throughout the region. The protagonist has the power to extract pure light energy from the environment, which is an essential resource for purifying the monoliths. The game combines exploration, platforming, and battle, with each level acting as its own planet.
Lightbringer.
Ageless paints a thoughtful picture with its pixel art style and puzzle platforming rooted in time manipulation. The core mechanic, aging flora and fauna to solve puzzles, feels fresh and encourages creative thinking. Its quiet atmosphere and soft music build a meditative tone, while the narrative gently explores themes of self-worth and healing. Pacing is steady, with challenges that grow more rewarding as new layers unfold. It's a gentle reminder that growth, much like gameplay here, comes through patience and perspective. The urban environment is in upheaval due to an upsurge in criminal activity and unethical behavior. The goal is to bring troublemakers to justice by physical confrontation, including punches, kicks, and brawling skills, an aggressive combat system, an arrest mechanism, a diverse weapon selection, cooperative gaming, and a competitive scoreboard are among the game's key features. Players must decide whether to respect the rules by incapacitating foes or take matters into their own hands. Weapons include bar brawls, knives, and lawnmowers. Colossus Down is a chaotic, colorful ride that delivers pure mayhem in the best way possible. With its hand-drawn art style and offbeat humor, the game feels like a rebellious cartoon come to life. Smashing through enemies with Mechanica is endlessly satisfying, and the combo-based combat keeps things fresh and engaging. The co-op mode adds even more fun, especially with a friend by your side. It's quirky, clever, and packed with personality, a refreshing indie gem that doesn't take itself too seriously while still delivering a solid action experience. Hayfever is a 2D platformer in which players take the character of Thomas, a postman with terrible allergies. The player must utilize his allergies to traverse a perilous world, turning his limitations into strength. Each allergy has a particular effect on Thomas, resulting in major alterations in his interactions with the environment. Pollen creates a forceful sneeze, and pollution causes him to swell. Peanuts pose a unique problem. The game has 4 different worlds, 140 stages, and 240 letters to gather, with an extra difficulty level unlocked with enough letters.
It's not easy to break out in the Malas, kid.
Cloudpunk invites players into a neon-lit, futuristic city where every corner tells a story. Navigating the skies is a career. The game encourages exploration and discovery through its detailed world and thoughtful characters. The atmospheric soundtrack and striking visuals create an immersive vibe that stays with you. With meaningful dialogue and intriguing missions, the journey feels personal and engaging. This title is a memorable dive into a unique cyberpunk setting that encourages reflection and curiosity.
So, I'm sending a nav point now.
Daydream Forgotten Sorrow is a hauntingly beautiful puzzle platformer that tells an emotional story through stunning visuals and atmospheric sound design. Guiding the boy and his teddy bear companion feels intuitive, and the puzzles strike a satisfying balance between challenge and accessibility. The game's dreamlike world pulls you in with its melancholy charm, and the fluid animations breathe life into every scene. It's a short but impactful journey that lingers in your mind long after the credits roll, a heartfelt experience well worth taking. Hammer Kid is an epic adventure game in which players must journey through 4 magical worlds, each with its own set of obstacles and magnificent scenery. Players must complete 40 large levels while confronting a plethora of clever and scary adversaries. Hidden riches may be found around the globe, and players must gather green and red gems to unlock improvements and mysteries. The game has a retro music, taking players back to the golden age of gaming. The game is a fascinating journey for vintage aficionados, demonstrating the power of a hammer to overcome hardship. Trophy delivers a nostalgic platforming experience with tight controls and vibrant 8-bit visuals that harken back to the golden era of retro gaming. Every level offers a satisfying mix of challenge and charm, with clever enemy placement and rewarding boss battles. The soundtrack is energetic and fits perfectly with the fast-paced action. It's clear a lot of passion went into its design, capturing the spirit of classic side-scrollers while adding a fresh twist. An absolute treat for fans of old-school platformers. Road to Guangdong is a gripping narrative-driven driving experience set in 1990s China, centered on the protagonist Sunny's desire to revitalize their family restaurant. Following a family tragedy, Sunny and Guma must reunite with distant relatives to find mysteries. However, the voyage is laden with difficulties, such as her decaying vehicle and the necessity for regular maintenance inspections. The game has fascinating graphics and a noteworthy musical composition. Players must keep track of gasoline levels, tire wear, and engine condition. Cast of the 7 Godsends is a retro 2D action shooter that transports gamers to the golden age of arcade gaming. The game features King Kandar, who must rescue his son from the wicked Emperor Zeraima, who has stolen Darika's heir. The game has 6 immersive realms, 4 difficulty levels, and a range of challenges. To overcome the many bosses and adversaries, players must employ God-given armor, weapons, and spells. The game features 4 difficulty levels, checkpoint save places, and a variety of techniques for defeating more than 50 foes. Sparklite glows with a colorful world and a catchy soundtrack that sticks. The roguelike structure keeps things fresh, encouraging exploration with every run. Combat feels snappy and responsive, while the upgrade system adds satisfying progression. Characters and dialogue carry a light, adventurous tone that fits the whimsical setting. The pixel art style complements the upbeat vibe without overwhelming the screen. It's a game that manages to feel relaxed yet engaging, making each session feel worthwhile without dragging things out.
Mission will stop at nothing to get it for him.
Reveal your romance.
Solo Islands of the Heart is a gentle, thoughtful game that reflects on love and relationships through a peaceful journey across vibrant archipelagos. Its quiet puzzles and soft visuals encourage reflection rather than rush, while a mellow soundtrack keeps the mood tender. Dialogue choices feel meaningful, inviting self-discovery without pressure. It's a calm space to slow down and think, wrapped in a relaxed atmosphere that invites introspection with each step. A soft-spoken adventure with genuine warmth throughout.
Me. In which way does love wrap?
Thanks everyone for watching. If you liked any one of these games, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hope to see you on the next one. And stay awesome.
In the face.